my channel. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, I'll be showing you 3 one-pot dinner recipes. These are all easy to make, they're delicious, and there's not a lot of cleanup. So let's go ahead and get started. This first recipe is a favorite of mine. It's Italian chicken tortellini. To a large skillet, I've added 1 tablespoon of olive oil, along with half of a diced red bell pepper. You'll want to stir this around and cook it until it's tender. Next, I'm adding in 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken that I've cut into bite-sized pieces. Stir that and flip it around to make sure it cooks evenly. Just cook this until the chicken's no longer pink, and that'll take about 3 to 4 minutes. Now add in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of thyme. Thank goodness I ended up having just enough of that. Stir that and let it continue to cook for about a minute. Now add in 1 can of diced tomatoes, liquid and all, 1/8 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper from this here packet I saved, half a cup of heavy cream, or you can use any kind of milk. Give all that a really good stir. Now I'm going to make a cornstarch slurry to thicken up that sauce. I have half a cup of chicken broth. I'm adding in a tablespoon of cornstarch. Stir that until you don't see any more lumps. Then add that right on into your sauce. And the final ingredient, I'm adding in 3 cups of this frozen cheese tortellini. Stir that and make sure the tortellini is completely submerged in that liquid. Bring it to a simmer, then reduce the heat to medium-low. Now cover it and let it cook for 3 or 4 minutes until that tortellini is done. It's okay that the sauce is liquidy, it will thicken up. Well, I said the tortellini was the final ingredient, but I was wrong. I forgot about the cheese. I added in a couple tablespoons of Parmesan cheese and 1 cup of shredded mozzarella. Give this a good stir and let that cheese melt, and then this is ready to serve. My family loves this, and unfortunately, we don't typically have leftovers, if that tells you anything. This recipe is so good and so quick to make, you're gonna love it. Okay, up next is an easy and healthy meal. It's a turkey and zucchini skillet recipe. I have a little over a pound of ground turkey that I'm adding to a large skillet, along with 1 diced onion and 1 diced orange bell pepper. You can use any color bell pepper, I just had an orange one on hand. Break this up and cook it until that onion and pepper are soft and that turkey is no longer pink. Then add in 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 2 medium zucchinis cut into smaller pieces. I added 1½ teaspoons of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, half a teaspoon of paprika. I always add in a couple tablespoons of tomato paste here, but I happen to be out this night. Now I'm adding in 1 can of Italian style petite diced tomatoes. Mix everything together until it's all well combined. Now I'm carefully adding in 4 ounces of fresh spinach. This looks like a lot, but I promise you, it will wilt down to almost nothing. Cover this and let it simmer for about 8 to 10 minutes, enough time for that spinach to completely wilt down. Give this one last really good mix, then this is ready to eat. I serve this over some steamed cauliflower rice, and my favorite topping for this is plain Greek yogurt mixed with ranch seasoning mix and Parmesan cheese. This is healthy and delicious. This last one is an easy recipe for spaghetti rice. To a large skillet, add 1 pound of Italian sausage. I just use regular because that's what I had on hand. Break this up and cook it until that sausage is cooked through. Then I use a paper towel to remove the grease. Next, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. I added a little extra because I didn't use the Italian style sausage. Next, add in 2 teaspoons of the dried minced onion, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 3/4 cup of water, Give that a good stir, and remember, I'll have all the recipes from today linked in my description box below. Now add in 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce and 1½ cups of cooked white rice. This is a good recipe if you have some leftover rice you need to use up. Now stir this until everything is well combined. This was a really good, super easy dinner that came together in only 20 minutes. And if you don't like sausage, you could always use ground beef instead. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have a lot more recipes like this on my channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you in the next one.